Dan?
There will be 10 episodes.
10 episodes.
Bestiality?
Should we just go out with the bestiality?
Bestiality episode! Not because we wanted
cannibalism.
to.
No. True, do you remember the episode I'm talking about?
Yeah. Is it
that's a real episode.
Beth's
friend.
Yeah.
Cannibalism.
My childhood friend.
Yeah.
Tommy.
Bestiality. And I will say,
Thomas Middleditch.
with the bestiality thing, we didn't want to do it. The fans demanded it.
I will hunt this rock. I will hunt this tree. I will hunt this beast of the land and put my seed in it.
You gotta give me
The network was like, all right, you've shown the data.
They said, we're numb. We need more to shock us this season.
Most of your religions said we couldn't do it.
But you did it anyway.
We did it in a classy way. Yeah. Well, and also just...
Did I just say that?
We're doing a bit. There's not bestiality. I'm just gonna fucking say it. We're not.
There is.
No,
there is.
Oh, there. Well, there's a minute. There's a moment.
Have you seen the season?
There's a tiny moment of it. I feel like after that, first episode of season 3, sort of like getting everything back to somewhat of a normal kind of rhythm. With a few exceptions, Jerry and Beth are sort of going to be splitting, and that's gonna add a different kind of flavor to the season.
Do you write to the guest star? Like, do you think like, oh my God, I got to get whoever, and then write a character for that person?
I feel like we'll sort of have a dream person in mind, and like you kind of like you'll sort of have someone in your mind. Kind of
like Spencer and I in your minds, like those dream.
I was like the dream voice.
Yeah.
I mean, mostly not though. I think
mostly not.
No,
you're okay sometimes. But mostly
not about you. About the special guest.
I think we might picture somebody like you might picture Ian McShane or something because you're writing somebody who's like Al Swearingen in Deadwood. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so then maybe you might go, well, we kept thinking about that character, so see if Ian McShane's available. Ian McShane is not available. And so then
nor will he ever.
You get Joel McHale because you're friends with him. And he'll work cheap.
I know.
There's a commentary line for sure.
Did you write for Werner Herzog? Like that was
Werner Herzog.
That one, yes.
And even if he did, he wouldn't comprehend them. I've dwelt among the humans. Their entire culture is built around their penises. It's funny to say they're small. It's funny to say they're big. I've been at parties where humans have held bottles, pencils, thermoses in front of themselves and called out, "Hey, look at me, I'm Mr. So-and-so Dick. I've got such and such for a penis."
That one, yes. So that's an example of one where, we were like, oh, this is for sure this person. I think also Nathan Fielder, right? Did we kind of, a little bit?
No.
I
think it's safe to say Summer has a story where her adolescent body image issues take a sci-fi turn.
Yeah, Ethan, what do you have in common with Trisha Lang? A mutual love of French cinema? The belief that a carbon tax is the only viable solution to climate change? Or could it be her massive stripper titties?
Yeah, that is a really good way to put it. Yeah.
That's a great episode.
I'm gonna steal that for all the later interviews.
I'm sure the 4chan people are watching and going, "Oh, good, body issue episode with the Summer character."
For Summer character, yeah.
It's about time.
It's an important issue for girls and teenagers.
We do it in such a fun way, though. It's totally sci-fi.
I feel like that's officially Rick and Morty's very special episode. That's like your after school special.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, Rick comes out at the end.
Yes, it's like the more you know.
He's like, "Hey, I'm Rick Sanchez. This episode was a really important one. If you have body dysmorphia, please call the bodydysmorphia.com www.1-800-dysmorphia.
Spoilers, they're basically going to keep saying your body's fine. It's kind of their gimmick.
Hot Summer.
They're not being lazy. It's the only help.
And we know it's not going to help.
Myself.
Because you hate yourself.
Mama's coming, baby. Mama's coming and she cares about your titties.
But that's all I'm going to say.
Is
any more than that? It's it might as well just screen this. Just put it on. Screen it behind the zonk. Is there a phone back there?
There's a thwack. There's a phone.
Throw it on the phone.
But speeches are for campaigning. Now is the time for action. Hey everybody, new bonus interview before the season finale drops. So they dropped this along with a bunch of material that didn't make it into the video where Dan Harmon's talking about stuff that's coming in the future in season 4 episodes. So if you are finding me for the first time, be sure to subscribe to get everything. I'll be doing weekly Rick and Morty videos during the off season while we wait for those season 4 episodes to get here. So the most important stuff first, Dan Harmon makes it sound like they actually will deliver 14 episodes for season 4. And they say that they were originally intended to do 14 episodes for season 3. A lot of you in the comments were really blown away with the thought that episode 10 is the final episode for season 3 because there were a number of articles quoting the number 14 that's supposedly something that Dan Harmon said in another interview, but then, come to season 3 and there's only 10. So what happened to those other 4? So he says that was mostly his fault and the time that it took to get things going. So if you're really upset that there were only 10 this season, then just blame the delay, but that wasn't what they intended. If you saw that last finale video I posted the other day, I included a clip where he talks about how they tried to re-engineer their creative process to get Rick and Morty out even faster for season 4. He's quoted in this new interview as saying that what they're going to do is they're going to start with the 10 scripts that they would normally do, prove that they have the extra time, go to Adult Swim and say, we want to do 4 more episodes for this season. Meaning, as I speculated in my last video, that they've already started writing their season 4 scripts because the writers are in the writer's room right now, so of course they'd have to be working on season 4. But when you're asking about how long before we get to the season 4 premiere, I'm guessing it's going to be sometime around next summer, close to when they premiered season 3. It takes about 6 months to animate episodes, so if they can get most of their scripts out by the end of this year, they can actually get episodes on the air by next summer at the latest. So it just depends on how long it takes them to finish writing all the episodes. But he also said a couple of the things that'll figure into my bonus videos between seasons, because he says that they don't plan things out too far ahead. They don't want to paint themselves into a corner. So like during the Jerry episode where you go into Rick's mind and you see the picture of Bird Person on the pedestal, they don't know exactly what that means. Like they're not intending it to be, okay, Bird Person is going to show up in X episode because we saw him on this pedestal here. It's just that Bird Person will eventually come back and they haven't completely figured it out yet. So when you're making theories, just keep that in mind. It's always helpful to know what their creative process is and like what they intended when they did certain things, especially the big twist like Evil Morty. But they did say they'd be going back to the Citadel, so even if they don't resolve Evil Morty in the finale, they will follow up with him next season. So it's not like they're going to wait 3 seasons to go back to Evil Morty. But for all of you hoping that Rick and Morty stays on the air for a long, long time, he does say that they really love making this, and they'll just keep going and going and going, but they don't know what's going to happen in 5 seasons or 6 seasons. He says one of the only things that they're never going to do, like time travel for instance, is explain why Rick is Rick. So even though you get little shades of that, like they hint at things, there's never going to be an episode where they just flat out say, this is exactly why he does all the things that he does, which I think is part of the brilliance of the character. So I'll be posting some new Rick and Morty later this week. I'll say congratulations to the new giveaway winner, Isaiah B-Boy. Please private message me on the back end of my channel so I can get your contact details. There's a new round in this video too. All you have to do to enter is just be a subscriber, leave a comment on the video. You can click here to rewatch that finale video and listen to Dan Harmon talk about season 4, and you can click here for brand new Flash. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.